Alright guys, welcome in, welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for your subscribes. New subscribers, welcome in. Cross watchers, welcome in. Thank you for your views, your likes, your shares, and comments. Alright guys, this will be general messages for Leo. Okay? General messages for Leo. Take what resonates, guys, and leave the rest. Alright? Energies are fluid. Please do not try to make the messages fit. Please do not try to make the messages fit. If it doesn't make sense to you, it's not for you at this time. Just simple as that, okay guys? Yeah, if you cannot relate to it in any kind of way, it doesn't fit your situation in any kind of way, it's not for you at this time. Just simple. Alright? Hope everybody's doing well. Again, thank you guys for your support. Alright. Let's see. Leo. What we have for Leo? Leo. The lion. King of the jungle. Male or female? King of the jungle. What we got? Hang in there, y'all. Haven't been led to stop shuffling. Hang in there. Hang in there. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Leo, you have the world. Two of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. Justice. Page of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. Emperor. And Nine of Pentacles. Alright. I feel like you closed out a cycle already. Cycle complete, Leo. Cycle complete. Alright. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands. Now, you could be moving in action with this Knight of Wands. That could represent action that you may have been taking, okay? To move forward ambitiously. Alright? Very fiery, very passionate, very quick energy, impulsive energy. But if you can control that impulsiveness, it's just a lot of ambition and passion to take action. Okay, Leo? All right. You definitely elevated here, and I believe you brought justice to your own self. And things are definitely balanced out, or they're balancing out, or they will. Okay? Someone was unfair to you. Whatever this cycle is about, it's complete. Did you leave someone behind, Leo? Did you leave someone behind? Oh yeah, I told you you brought justice to yourself. You walked away from something, or you will be. Okay. All right. So, Leo, you could have been dealing with a Queen of Cups, or that energy. You could have been in that energy in the past when you did complete this cycle. So you close it out with love. Okay. But yeah, the Ace of Pentacles here. Okay? Whatever situation you closed out of, whatever situation was going on, if this is something that was said to be provided for you, and it turned out not to be true, you went for it yourself. to make you went forward to make this happen for yourself. This Ace of Pentacles energy. Opportunities, whether it be love or money, business. Very tangible things here. A lot of tangible things. A lot of prosperity here. And financial gain. You may have started something new, Leo. You may have started something new for as a career. Okay? Some of y'all may be in financing. Yeah, you may have started something small. One step at a time. You could be finding out that someone may have juggled you or tried to juggle you, and that's what you could be walking away from. Okay? But you chose a whole nother direction, I see here. When you closed the cycle, you went your own way, Leo. I don't know if you decided whether you was going to deal with someone again or whether you was going to deal with someone at all. Someone could be trying to bring you a message, send you a message, email, text message, letter in the mail. I feel like you started over. There was something you had to start over. Or you started something over. You invested in business. You invested in a person. Or both. Yeah, something may have even ended with a Queen of Cups. Okay? Something could have ended with the Queen of Cups. But you will definitely be investing elsewhere. You're very independent. And you're balancing your situation out. Whether it be money, home, work, you're balancing things out. Like I say, for whoever this would be resonating with, you may have found new work that pays you more money, or you may have went to school for a license or some kind of degree, or whatever you went and learned. You learned something and you got some kind of certification, maybe. Whatever you did, it's basically has you in this Nine of Pentacles energy. Okay? Where you invested in yourself. Someone may have tried to keep you stuck in the past too. Or you felt stuck and wasn't sure which way to go in a situation. Some of you may be moving house. Some of you may even be in the real estate, where you sell homes, present homes, or thinking about getting into real estate. And you may have found yourself juggling finances at one point. Trying to put things in order, back in line, back in place, prioritize, strategize. And it's a possibility you could be, when you ended a cycle, or you will be ending a cycle, you'll be walking away from someone. You're walking away from something. And whatever you're walking away from, Leo, is going to bring you justice. And it's going to balance things out for you if it hadn't already happened. You're definitely cutting things out that no longer serve. Things, people, situations. Yeah, you're cutting things out that no longer serve you. If you had any kind of lack, Leo, that in time to come will be over. If there was any kind of lack of money, any kind of lack of confidence, security in any kind of way on any level of life for you, be it mentally, spiritually, emotionally, so financially or physical, that lack is going to go away. It will be no more. And someone could have made you feel like you were left out. Someone could have left you out in the cold, left you hanging. Okay? Yeah, because you're going to be walking away from someone. If you haven't already, you'll be walking away from someone for your stability, for your peace. Because of your independence. It's like you're not going to sacrifice what you have built for yourself for anyone. Could have been dealing with the water sign in the past. Yeah, it's like you moved away. That's why I say you could have moved house. Okay? You could have moved into a different home, could have bought yourself a home. And you may be even you either could be meeting a, well, it could be anyone. You could be meeting an air sign, a fire sign like yourself, or an earth sign who is going to want to make things stable with you. They're going to be in this 4-1's energy with you. Or they're going to want to be, okay, Leo? They're gonna want to build with you. Okay, that's it. Thank you, Spirit. They're going to want to build with you. But whatever you were dealing with in the past with a Queen of Cups energy, male or female, you ended that. Because that was something that kept you stuck. You could have been dealing with somebody who didn't want to pull their weight, didn't care to pull their weight, and were leeching on to you and waited for you to do everything. Leech. Could have been dealing with a leech. Or a male in his feminine energy. Over feminine. Take it how it resonates. Male or female, you were dealing with someone before that you closed out a cycle with. Who kept you stuck. And you could have pretty much cared and loved this person, but you probably was more in love with the potential of this person and not seeing them for who they were. Because, you know, Cups energy is emotions. And a lot of times a person will keep you in your emotional state if you let them. But it's just a way of them controlling you, if you will. Okay? And I feel like you took control, Leo. You stood your ground. You took control. You took authority of your life, knowing what it was you want. What you want for yourself. And you may have walked where you will be with the Eight of Cups is here. The Eight of Cups is here along with Justice and the Four of Wands. So you either have walked away from someone or you will be. Walking away for your stability. For you. Again, your peace of mind. Because you're ready to invest, but you're going to be careful on how you make them investments too. You're not going to invest in something from the past. You're not going to invest in someone who you know is not going to work with you. I feel like you're going to invest in yourself. You're investing in you. Okay? Which brings about that stability, and there will be another person that will be in your energy that will want to do this with you. That'll be up to you, Leo. Yeah, see, now the King of Cups is showing up. So like I said, in the past, you could have been with someone in a relationship that kept you stuck in a relationship with a person that wasn't worth you staying with, who possibly didn't want the same things you wanted. And you probably waited for them to want what you wanted. Waited for them to get on board with you. And they didn't do that, which caused you to go in another direction, the Six of Swords. And now the King of Cups is here. And you could have a King of Cups coming in. Who wants to be stable with you. Female or male. We're talking about energies here. Who wants to be stable with you. Okay? Y'all excuse me? Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right. Right. Yeah. You have someone you walk away from, and then there'll be someone that you're either gonna meet or you're already, you know, acquainted with. Okay, Leo. There's other people here. Yeah, there's other people here. And like I say, you will have someone, it's like you're going to end up with someone else that wants more of what you want. Y'all going to want the same things. You could have dealt with this person's mother for some reason or another. There's a mother figure, a Queen of Wands, okay? Leo. There's a Queen of Wands here. I don't know if this is somebody that interfered with the relationship, or is someone who may have been a mother figure of yours who may have given some advice when you did feel any kind of lack. Maybe it was someone who helped you out. Maybe a mother figure that gave help, that helped you in some kind of way. Your Judgment is here. Yeah. I think you called Judgment here, which caused an awakening. Yeah. Recovery. Yeah. Yeah. You recovered. You recovered, Leo. You made a quick recovery. Well, I wouldn't say quick, because you had to work to get where you are, and it takes time. But I feel like you recovered. You made it out. That energy of, you know, I made it. I did things the right way. Now good things are coming to me. You have someone who still probably wants to be back in your energy. Okay? But you're going to walk away for your stability. You're going to walk away from whatever is from the past. I feel like you're just not going to give any energy to it. Okay, Leo? Yeah. If you call Judgment, Judgment is here. That means someone could have had an awakening. You could have had an awakening, seeing things a different way. Yeah. That's with the Hangman. You did that already. That's a done deal. That's what made you stand up for yourself and cut things and people off. Whatever you cut off, whoever you cut off, whatever you stopped doing, whatever habit this person may have had or you may have had, it's been cut off with the King of Swords. I feel like you may have someone, a male figure, someone, be it a father or something like that, or someone you know, male figure that may have stood up for you. Okay, or even giving you some advice. Or it could have been both of your parents that may have given you some advice. But I know you're moving forward and you took action for yourself. I do know that. You took action for you. Because in the past, Leo, that person that you dealt with, whoever you'll be walking away from, that person is probably going to try to come back towards you. But that person was very promiscuous. that had a lot of bodies. Okay, and this person probably would, was messing around with other people, because there's other people here. There's other people here. Okay. If they tried to take from you, they may have, but they ain't get away with it. They may have thought they did, but they didn't. Okay. I just feel like you're just moving forward and you're creating things for yourself, and it's going to work for you. Whatever you create for yourself is going to work for you, Leo. Okay? No longer feeling lack, but yet have taken control of your life. You've taken control. You know what you want to do, and you know where you want to go. And you may have someone who try to come in your energy and stop that, or try to intervene with that. Water sign, and possibly another fire sign, who may want to try to intervene with that. And that's why you call judgment, right? That awakening moment. This person could have caused you to have an awakening. Woke up to the fact that you're not for me, they're not for you. And you need to, like you did, close that cycle out. A cycle that continued to repeat itself. You may have even overstayed your welcome in a relationship with a person. Okay? A relationship that should have been over. That kept going on and on. Cycle kept completing. And you finally closed it out. Finally. Okay? But this person was somebody who played around, put you in third party, and probably even betrayed you. Because they were in their ego. Okay? Probably had you in competition, juggled you. Okay, take it how it resonates. Y'all probably could have did this to somebody. Okay? Take it how it resonates, like I said. But I feel like the bottom of the deck here is the Knight of Wands. Okay, player energy, we know that. Promiscuous, alright. Impulsive, reckless, if you will. Third party. Betrayal, that's what you're going to walk away from in time to come, Leo. And like I said, you could be dealing with the like fire sign. Somebody who used to be in a relationship with, okay, or a water sign. Some of you, it could be an air sign, it could be an earth sign, okay? It could be any sign. But this is the energy that this person was in that's going to cause you to walk away if you haven't. This is the energy that they in. A player, third party energy. Alright? And betrayal. Yeah. You may cause this person to end up, if they trying to come back to you and you call judgment, that's going to make them wake up. And then, unfortunately, they'll just be waking up a little too late. Right? But you have a lot of stability coming in. You brought justice to yourself when you walked away. Okay, Leo? You brought justice to yourself. This person may want to communicate with you too. That would be totally up to you. But they also know that you're going in a whole nother direction from them. And they're not too cool with that, right? People like to try to keep you down. They want to keep you stuck. Eight of Swords. Keep you feeling like you're stuck anyway. It could have just been, some mental conflict that you had, just feeling stuck mentally and not really trapped like you thought. But this person juggled you. That's what they did. They juggled you. Okay? You could have, like I said, an emperor coming in to you. You could have a air sign coming in to you. Someone that's in an authority figure. Okay? Some of y'all were dealing with authority figures when you were dealing with this person. Some of y'all probably got physical when you was dealing with this person before. Whatever didn't work, whatever cycle you had to close out, I think it was a negative cycle. It was something that needed to be closed out. Okay? That's how I feel. It was something that needed to be closed out. Yeah, you have a lot of success and happiness coming in. You're showing up, Leo. You have a lot of success and happiness coming in. a lot of achievements. You've already made an achievement. When you close that cycle out, you have a whole lot more achievements coming up. You've taken action to do what you need to do and create stability for yourself. And whoever's coming in with that negative energy and they can't do right by you, you're just going to shut them down and you're going to walk away, 8 of Cups. Because you're walking away for you. 6 of Swords again, moving away to calmer waters. That's what you did, all right? You got away from this situation. I believe that you cut ties with this person, but you had to. You can't be with somebody you can't trust who's not going to do right by you, right? But you probably felt like you could grow with that person in the past, but it's like you had to take your pinnacle somewhere else. You had to take your stability somewhere else. Your love and everything else you had to give. But you have a lot of attention coming into you. And the Ace of Pentacles is here twice. So you have plenty of material gain, financial gain, and opportunities. That's all that's ringing. It's ringing like a telephone. It's coming to you, Leo. And can't nobody stop it. And if they try to stop it, that's what you're going to do. Walk away from them. Ain't nobody going to be able to come to you with hidden secrets and hidden agendas. You're going to see right through it. You call judgment, and therefore you bring justice to yourself and balance to yourself. Okay? Bottom of the deck again. Cycle complete. Good job, Leo. That's what it is for whoever this is resonating for. Collective, good job. Cycle complete. Some of y'all did. You stayed in a connection. You overstayed your welcome. Some connections are meant to come in for a moment into your life. People are meant to come in and teach you some things about yourself. You're supposed to learn the lesson and keep it moving. It don't always work that smoothly because we have to learn. We got to pick up on it and see what it is. See how it goes. Find out how to operate this thing. Learn your lessons from people and move on. And I feel like that's exactly what you did. Yeah. World card at the bottom. Yeah, Hierophant. You're going to have commitment with somebody else, I feel. Hierophant, commitment. But no broken. You're not going to allow yourself to let somebody in and break your heart. You're not going to let nobody do that. I don't feel like you're going to allow that. And if you sense it, you're just going to do away with it. You're going to do away with the energy. Somebody might want to heal with you though, Leo. They may miss your voice too. They ain't talked to you in a while. Some of them, even if you have talked to them, it ain't been no real talk. It's been surface talk. But it's going to get real. It may be a face-to-face. But you're not going to let nobody stop your happiness. You're not going to let nobody stop your prosperity because that's what you have. Prosperity in its finest. Prosperity. Okay? Spiritual growth. Spiritual growth, prosperity, okay, on every level. It don't have to just be money, okay? You could be prosperous in many other ways other than just finances, but you got that coming in. It's coming in all the way around the globe. Expansion, that's what I was trying to think of. Thank you, Spirit. Expansion. You have expansion too, okay, where you'll be growing, whether it's through social media, through a platform, or through a business. That business is going to flourish. And I just hear you say, if I have to do it by myself, if I have to do it all by myself, I'm going to get it done. Because you know, it's Leo. You show a lot of strength, okay? Seems like I seen, yeah, a lot of strength. I thought your lead, that other card was out here. The card of Leo. It seemed like it was in the other reading. But you know what? You're Leo. Male or female, king of the jungle, okay? When it come down to handling your business, you're going to do it with or without another person. You're not going to wait on nobody. You may have done it before, but I feel like you've learned lessons on that too. Wait for no man, dear. Male or female, don't wait for nobody. Don't put your life on hold for nobody. Do what you have to do for you when you have to do it, whether you like it or not. It always pays off. But I feel like you're handling your business, Leo. You got this. You got this. You're not dealing with anything low vibrational. You're not dealing with any mind games. You're not dealing with anybody promising and making broken promises that don't want to do right by you. Whether it's people, far as family, co-workers, friends, associates, it don't matter. You will cut them smooth off. You don't have a problem with it. Cutoff game is strong over here. Cutoff game is strong. You do have a message coming in. Wherever this message is coming from, whether you've been dating other people, seeing other people, and you may, have made up your mind about somebody or whatever, or it's somebody from the past, however it looks, I feel like, however it goes, I feel like you're only concentrating and will accept new. New person, new love, new life. That's what that world card is about. That's what achievements is about. New. That's what completing cycles and putting cycles to an end is something that needed to end a long time ago, probably. Okay? I think that's all we have for you, Leo. Yeah, somebody was a player tough little old player, putting you in your head and making you feel stuck, trapped, however that goes, in whatever way. I feel like, Leo, you're having none of it. You're not going to let nobody leave you feeling like this, left out, because they can't get themselves together. Feeling lack because you're giving to them and they're not giving to you, or you're putting in more than they're putting in. You're not doing none of that no more. That's all over with. But I will say, make sure that if a person do come towards you who you know that you're not going to allow yourself to reconnect with or reattach yourself to them, make sure that you forgive that person, okay? Forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you, all right? So if nothing else, Leo, make sure you forgive a person and move on about your life. You can forgive a person and let them go head on, just long as you forgive them, okay? So until next time, Leo, I hope something said that can help you out with your reading or with the messages. And this awakening thing is serious. Yeah. You may have went through an awakening, or you could be going through an awakening now, or you will be. And you may trigger this person to go through an awakening, and they may come back and say that they changed and all that. All I will tell you, pay attention to a person's actions, not their words. Until next time, Leo, take care.